Hello and welcome back to a humble look at Edge of Eternity. A humble look at is the series where we take a blind first look at the offerings in the monthly Humble Choice bundle and decide whether they're a value add, a piece of junk, or somewhere in the middle. Today we are looking at Edge of Eternity, which is very excited about its music. Now, before we even get into it, right when I went to start the game, yeah, I'm gonna have to fix those audio spikes in post. Okay. So that was so loud that I lost my track of my thoughts there. Let's see if we can get into the options and try those. Oh, calm down. You can do it. Yes. Ah, no. Help, save me. Oh my lord. Okay, that's better. I can actually hear myself scream. Okay, so few things first off the bat. Apparently the mouse is broken. The cursor in-game is not actually properly mapping to the regular cursor. So let's see if I can Alt-Tab out and come back in and that'll change. And no. The cursor is not matching properly. So, as I was trying to say before the music blew my eardrums out, first thing I saw when I went to start up the game was in the Steam pop-up thing of what to do, it gave the option to start the game or continue most recent save. I thought that was really handy. Just being able to just jump straight into your game from Steam. Yeah, that sounds like a fantastic idea. I'd like to see that in more games, especially RPGs, where you know what you're doing, you just want to get straight into it. Okay, seriously, game. Can you I think you can all see on the recording that it hasn't decided what mouse it wants to use, whether it wants to use their fancy one or the regular system one. So, Edge of Eternity just appears to be a JRPG, good on turn-based strategy. I'll be honest, that is my jam. So fingers crossed, because we've been off to a bad start. The previous two games were garbage. So let's have a look at Edge of Eternity. Ooh, okay. Sure. Yeah, all that looks fine.
30 years ago, strange metal airships appeared in our skies. We didn't know who it was or what they wanted. Friendly at first, they shared their extraordinary technology with us. Harrion prospered. For a time. But one day, they simply decided we weren't worthy of their favors anymore. They dealt the first strike, and Junor was obliterated overnight. Against such tremendous power, we realized how powerless we were. The remaining nations formed an alliance under the banner of the Consort, one that might stand a chance against them. After years of countless sacrifices and senseless slaughter, the tide began to turn. We began to hope again. Little did we know that our enemies were about to unleash their most terrible weapon. The corrosion.
So, pretty standard. Well, not a standard plot. It's a different take your typical Empire comes along, tricks everyone into thinking they're good, then takes over. but I swear to God, if you're going to include voice acting in your game, for frick's sake, some basic de-essing would be nice, because every time that guy spoke and said, and had an S anywhere in his lines, just straight through the eardrums. Uh, Interesting camera work. So, it's the 3D world, by the looks of it, that we're going to be running around in, maybe, hopefully. Those footsteps were completely pointless. Who is this? Is this Darian again?
Oversized two-handed swords, right? Who in their right mind would use such a stupid weapon? Some kind of insecure kid with a hero complex, no doubt. Or maybe some other kind of complex, if you catch my drift. Now, really, you can barely lift it off the ground, and by the time you haul it to your shoulder, your opponent's blade is already running through your chest.
Ordo, if we put your theory to the test, will that make you shut up?
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, combat tutorial already. Welcome to the battle system of Edge of Eternity. When you come into contact with monsters on the field, you'll enter this battle phase. In a battle, your goal is to defeat your opponents by reducing their HP to 0. The status of your own characters comprises 3 gauges: HP, green, MP, blue, and ATB, white and red. If all your characters reduce to 0 HP, you lose the battle. ATB, is that like attack boost or something? I assume that is our specials meter. During a battle, the ATB bar loads, and one of your characters or one of your enemies reaches 100% of the ATB bar, it is their turn. Oh, okay. That's actually our... what's the word? Initiative. That's our initiative bar. It's an interesting word for it, but okay, we can work with that. I'm not really a fan of initiative systems like that, but fingers crossed they haven't fucked it up. During each turn, the ATB bar stops loading until the end of the turn. I assume they mean that while we're focused on a character and choosing their gear, moves and things, it pauses and then it kicks off again while they're executing their action. It's your turn, you can choose an action. Yep, I thought so. Use left mouse button on the attack button or press A to start the attack action. Oh, keyboard shortcuts, we like those. Let's hit A. Now select a target using mouse or left and right arrows, and use left mouse or press N to confirm your target. Okay, yeah, of course. So at least it seems that they've bothered to put some thought into their mouse and keyboard controls, but I think that this book is definitely a game that would benefit from using the controller if you have one. Okay, it wants us to use left mouse. Does it to select this guy? Boy's got some hops. Our enemy's ATB is now full. It's their turn to choose an action. Stab. Okay, so you can see when you're when it's your turn, you can see everyone's ATB bars or initiative bars, so I imagine when you've got a few more characters around, you can see at a glance who's going to be next. So what options do we have? Move, attack, skip turn. We could use potions, or, oh, we've got a resurrection potion. Okay, let's try an attack. And I don't know if it's just me, and I don't know if the YouTube compression will show you this, but my lord, all the text is ridiculously low res. I might have to look at the menu once we're done with this and see. So let's attack this twat again. So the good news is we're winning. Yes, let's keep attacking him. Go on. one more attack and we should win the obnoxious twat battle. Oh, and he's down on one knee. Oh, we do have an auto battle option. Interesting. That could come in handy later, because I assume we're going to do some grinding. So I assume that'll be handy for kicking the crap out of low-ranked enemies. You won your first battle. After winning a battle, the victory reward interface appears. For winning a battle, your character gains experience. When the XP bar white is full, your character levels up, becoming stronger. Your weapons also gain experience and level up independently from characters. Ooh! Have we seen that system anywhere before? We must have, but I can't remember playing a game where the weapons level up. You earn hairs. Oh, it's money. Hairs is the currency of Herion. Oh, okay. Oh, JRPGs, you never cease to impress with your choice of naming. That are used to buy. So the currency is used to buy equipment and items. You can also see your battle time here. The battle time is the number of seconds. Time counted only during A to B, loading that the battle lasts. Press left mouse or enter to continue. Okay, so our weapon went up a level, and it looks like weapons levels are capped. We haven't gone up a level, but that's fine. Oh, rewards. Affected by a battle rating and by completing optional battle objectives. Cool, so we get a potion. So I assume our battle rating is related to the time and possibly damage and things. We'll maybe see that later. We're going to go watch our main character and obnoxious twat again. Yep, cool. Okay, seriously.
Bravo! Really nice, gentlemen. Now that you're properly warmed up, will you guys help us tidy up the storage room?
I didn't enlist to stack crates.
Come on. The punishment was for the whole platoon.
Face
Platoon?
up to it, Sil. We're here because you questioned the commander's orders in front of everyone.
Don't be like that, Darian. One day, you and I will share everything. As husband and wife.
Ugh, still doing the clingy girlfriend routine, Sil? I thought Darian told you he wasn't interested.
Oh, but things have changed, buddy.
Would you mind getting back to work? We're supposed to be doing this together.
Things have changed? What changed?
And here I go, ignored as usual.
Darian has agreed to go on a date with me.
This again.
Wait, what? When?
She got me. I lost a bet, and she chose my punishment.
It's not a punishment. Spend 1 hour on a date with me, and you'll realize I'm a keeper. You'll be begging me for a second one.
Whoa!
With a rising
guess
inflection like
congratulations are in
that?
order.
I
I'll
don't
play
think
the game,
so.
but don't get your hopes up too high, Sil.
Oh, so this is where you guys are.
Hey, Kino!
I've got mail for you.
Did you bring sandwiches, too?
So I'm
You
meeting the whole
wish,
crew,
Fancy.
are we?
Choke on your mother's ashes.
Letter for you, Ordo.
Nice!
And one for you, Darian. Your sister, as always.
Thanks.
Sorry, nothing for you guys. Nobody loves you. Deal with it.
The usual.
Whew, it's cold out there. I'm gonna take 5. Man, I'm in no rush to go back to HQ. It's so tense over there right now. Everyone's on tenterhooks.
Why's that?
Dunno. Maybe they're getting worried too many people are deserting these days.
Nonsense. They know how to deal with deserters. Always have.
I heard something about mounting a large-scale counterattack. I don't know when it's supposed to happen, but... Hey, Darian, what's with the long face?
It's my mother. She caught the corrosion.
Man, that's rough. I'm sorry,
Shut up. In a situation like this, it's better not to say anything.
I love how the subtitles don't actually
What
match
are you
what's
gonna
being
do?
said.
Ask for leave, mate. Go to her. Commander Cora likes you. He might just let you.
It's been months since they gave anyone leave. Cora needs me. He won't let me go like that.
Well, ask. The worst you can say
It's
is
your
no, you
mother.
dickhead.
I know! But what choice do I have?
Do literally anything? That's JRPG protagonists for you.
The Archelaus?
Absolute
How did they
pussies.
find us?
The cavern's collapsing. Run!
While we wait for the loading screen, that bit we caught as soon as we hit into the cutscene, with Dumb and Dumber doing their standoff, locking sword and shield, and the other guy was just standing there with his sword flailing in the air when he could just stab the guy repeatedly. Fucking, I swear to God. Have they learned
What
nothing from Hollywood?
The hell happened here?
Well, that's not good, is it? It's pretty obvious they were deep underground, so they missed the artillery strike. Oh no! They are slightly injured.
Kino! No, 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 no!
Ooh. The only one with the good voice actor's dead.
The Archelites?
What are they doing here?
How did they find us? I thought the crystals were supposed to protect us. By the gods.
Oh, so we've
How
got...
are we supposed to take
That's
this
not
on?
mechs, that's some kind of
They're
fancy
sending the
robot.
stalkers to finish the job. It's over. We're done for.
Oh, harden up, Cupcake. At least
Not
fight.
done. We're not anywhere near done! Stay close, remember your training, and we'll make it out. The usual formation. Sandra, you cover us from the back. Guys, we'll shield Sandra and make sure nothing gets through. Ready?
So Zandra's our mage, fair enough. And we're into another combat, are we?
Ordo, close the gap!
So, this going to teach us to move? Yep, cool. Yeah, select the case in front of the character and press left mouse to move there directly, or hold left mouse to select the final orientation of the character. Well, yes, we ooh. I mean, I get it, but that snaps a bit jank. So, yep, we'll point them towards the enemy. Oh,
Good.
that running
That should
animation's
keep it
back.
off Sandra's back. Sandra, you can focus on your casting now.
Right, so I guess that means that the enemy can't move through a square we occupy. So, Fire Rift, we get some... to cast this on the bad guy. You get launch Fire Rift action towards an enemy. Okay. And she takes... While characters are casting spells, the ATB bar turns red. When the red ATB bar is full, the character will launch their spell. Right, so it takes time for characters to cast spells. Meanwhile, things can be going on. So I guess that means that if an enemy spellcaster is casting and we've got a line on them with a melee or possibly ranged attacker, if they show up, we can maybe try and interrupt the spellcasting. That could be interesting. Like, yeah, and she's ready.
Magic, come to our aid.
Nice. It's
Did a whole
working, Sandra.
71
Keep it up.
damage.
Yes.
It's that. Okay.
Silk, it's targeting you. Brace yourself.
Yep, there we go. Select the defense / skip turn action. Okay. And yes, so fusion cannon is kind of like a spell. We can see that it goes red to indicate that it's charging attack. So we can do like interrupt actions or defensive actions in the middle. Okay, so Diane, this is our main character dude. Can we at least change our camera angle? No, not really. M, show battle objectives. No, that doesn't want to show up. What are we doing? A fire strike, icicle strike. Oh, okay. So these and lightning strike. These are uninterruptible. Inflict a 2-hit combo on an enemy. Well, let's try a fire strike on this guy. Okay. Yep, so he doesn't need to queue that up. He just goes into it immediately. Xandra again. Okay, we got Ice Rift, Spring, Water Rift. It'd be nice if we could get some information on this thing's weaknesses. Oh, yeah, there we go. We can just see it. Oh, I'll guess it's a scan mode. Does one of these let us go? Yes, weaknesses / resistance. Well, it says something about fire there. It doesn't even... It's a bit hard to tell, but I assume it's... That indicates... Well, it says weakness... So it's really hard to tell whether it's supposed to be a weakness or something that it resists, but I'm assuming it's a resistance since they had us... Sorry, a weakness since they had us cast Fire Rift earlier. So let's do that again. So Auto gets an attack before Xandra launches hers off, and again... I can't see what that guy's doing. I wonder if there would be a way to change the camera angle with the controller. So what do we want from this guy? We've got a chained attack. Combo of 2 light attacks. Cast time instant, primary start attack, power 160 compared to... Okay, yeah, so it's literally just 2 attacks. Well, of course, let's do 2 attacks. 2 hits to 35. Shrapnel missile that launches at Xandra, of course. Why wouldn't it? Leave the mage alone, damn you. Seal, and what do we have? A shield bash. Shield attack which inflicts high damage. Power 104 versus a regular attack which is 80. Well, let's try a shield bash just to see what things are like. Hole 46. So I wonder if this is one of those fights that we're supposed to lose, or if there's going to be some kind of Deus Ex Machina later. Let's cast another Fire Stab on them. Fire Strike, rather. Oh, there we go. Actually, it is a resist. When the red ATB bar does not contain a padlock, it means the spell is interruptible. You can use a normal attack or an interrupt skill to damage the enemy's power of concentration. Now use a normal attack to interrupt the boss. Okay, cool, there we go.
Yeah.
Normal attacks and interrupt skills can damage your power of concentration when casting a spell. When the concentration bar is empty, any action underway is cancelled and the character loses their turn.
Come to our aid!
Excellent. So I swear we saw a moment ago a resist on the fire, and now Darian is out of mana, so let's go with some regular attacks. And we'll do a regular attack from Syl as well. Ooh, another shrapnel missile. This time it's going to auto another one of our shield boys. Auto, yeah, has chain attack. Well, we'll definitely do that again. Oh, those visuals. I swear there must be something funky going on with my video settings. If not, it must be upscaled from something ridiculous when they transferred it. Maybe, I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if it's been ported from some console from, like, last generation. Because it does not feel like it's in 1080. Well, Xandra, why don't you cast Ice Rift and see if that has better luck? While we get Darian to do a sand attack. And then we wait, and it looks like the boss will get a turn. Yep. Yeah, there we go. There's a padlock now, so it's uninterruptible. We'll do a standard attack from Syl. Yep, see, that didn't interrupt. And we get Fusion Cannon on Darian. A whole 100. Well, we're doing like 35, 40. Next attack should be auto, yep. And then hopefully Xandra will fire off her Ice Rifty thing.
Magic, come to our aid!
34. Okay. So let's go back to, what was it, scan mode again, and have a look at the Stalker. Yeah, so weakness slash resistance. I assume that the cross through means it's a resistance, so I guess that means we're back to fire. So the ice did 35, and wonder what the fire is doing. We'll have a look when we get back to Xandra in the initiative queue. But, yeah, another fusion cannon. Well, we might just be able to squeak through this. Fight. Yeah, come on, Auto, do another double attack. Or chain attack, as they call it. Yep, Xandra now. That's... So, ah yes. Power is 160. So... Let's cast the fire on it again and see what we get. Hopefully more than the 35 we got from the ice. Diane can do a stand attack, because that's all he can do. And a fusion cannon on Xandra. Ow! Okay, that interrupted her skill entirely. So, her casts are interruptible. Fantastic. Seal, why don't you shield bash them again, just for shits and giggles. Auto will get another attack, so just a stand attack. Yeah. And what are we waiting for? Yeah, Diane gets a turn, and then I think it's going to be the boss again, yeah. And the boss is queuing some kind of beam attack. Some cannon thing, but it's probably going to go for Syl, of course. Sorry, not Syl, Xandra. But Xandra should be going, hopefully, beforehand. Yep, Xandra can fire him. Yeah, there we go, 71. But it's still saying resist on the boss. Huh!
Xandra!
Well, that's an oopsie. Xandra is fuck.
You bastard! I'm gonna take you down!
Just a spear through the wash. That kind of deal. Come on, man. You'd say you're going to take it down, but what have you got? Just a stand attack. Ha! So is everyone going to die, so we end up just with our main character? Ah. Well, but literally just down to smacking it with stand attacks now, while it does all its fancy boss stuff with shrapnel. So come on, launch it. Good job, camera. $35. Hold on, can I get to the menu? Yes, I can. I want to check these graphics settings. Graphic preset, high. Really? This is high. We're allegedly at 920 by 1080. Sharpness, anti-alias. Well, screw this. Let's see. Change it to ultimate and apply that. Yes, I want to keep those settings. Is that even better? No! Not really. Oh, JRPGs, you never fail to confuse. So just more standard attacks at the damned robot. Yeah, another fusion cannon blast to Diane for 100. And Diane all gets to do a little sword attack for 35. Syl, yeah, you can do a shield bash. Yeah, Auto gets another attack in. Hopefully, this is the last one. No, we need one more attack, and it gets one more in. Come on, Diane, one more attack, and we can finish this guy. Yep, there we go. And it collapses.
Xandra.
And we get an achievement, Stalker.
We need to go to the headquarters. Regroup.
I know.
Okay.
Then let's go. And keep an eye out for survivors.
Alright, so now we have control in the 3D world, and of course, weird camera things happen every time we hit something, but it's not the worst. Controls are, well, back there. Yeah, that's a problem. We kind of needed that mage. Yeah. The graphics are really interesting. The things seem to be awfully... a weird combination between high and low res. Like, if we look at, like, these shields and things, the armors look quite high res, but the actual characters' faces look low res, and that LOD drop-off is pretty severe. So let's go see if we can find something else. Another... one of our other allies down, not one that we know by name. You guys right there making funny walking noises.
Where's the air brigade? Where's the 5th contingent? What the hell are they doing?
If they're not here yet, then...
Hey, at least we
No!
have some AI working.
There's no way they've been wiped out! No way!
Oh, come on, let's see if we can find something else to get us into so we can see. Yeah, the controls are vaguely competent, but it really does sound like rubber on God knows what when they walk. Oh, so we do have... where did... I swear those popped out of nowhere despite being shown on the minimap. Not the compass, that's what it's called. The compass at least shows enemies. Well, let's go get ourselves into a fight.
We won't go down without a fight.
Oh, of course the drones get to go first. Well, the second drone looks like he's got something planned, so let's see if we can't do a standard attack on the guy in the back to interrupt whatever he had planned. Come on, I'm definitely clicking on you. Okay, so they don't just need to be highlighted, you have to click directly on them. Auto, why don't you do a standard attack on this guy? They just do a little tiny machine gun. Yeah, still can just do a standard attack. I wonder if we regain MP after every fight. Well, this is where we're going to have to test that, aren't we? I imagine a fire strike uninterrupted. Let's use it on this guy and see if we can interrupt his casting. And again, yeah, just because they're selected up top here does not mean that we can actually select them. Like, clicking up here does nothing. You've got to click directly on them.
Take this!
Fire strike definitely worked. And we get volley of missiles, which I would have liked to have seen how much damage that did, but God forbid they put characters on the screen. Come on, this guy shouldn't be too much more difficult to kill. Yeah, there we go, that's one drone down. Actually, let's get a shield bash out of Syl so we can decrease her mana. Hey, that fully interrupted that... what? Red bar. Diane, let's do your stand attack from you.
There!
And... yeah, we get an attack in from Auto, who will do... yeah, hopefully that should interrupt again. So let's see what happens when we interrupt. Oh, well, we just straight up killed it. That's even better. So, get a battle over screen? No? Apparently not. What? Why are we just promising the tutorial battle over screens, telling us things? Okay, what do we have? Do we have an eye for an inventory? Or is this all going to be saved for later?
Hey! Tower's hanging on!
Please
Yep.
hold out. Please hold out. Please hold out. No.
Not
look.
so much.
Stay here. Stay with me and we'll make it.
So you say, buddy. Well, I think we might just leave this one here. This game has a lot of jank. It definitely feels like it's been ported from something else. Like maybe an older Xbox or PlayStation, possibly. It's definitely not an English original. I think we can tell quite safely, because there's some weird things going on with the subtitles and the voice acting. And the voice acting could have used a little bit of extra work on it. I mean, it's running standard ARPG mechanics for the most part, except for the initiative system. I'm not really a fan of those, but this one's not terribly obnoxious. I mean, I'll probably come back and play some more. I do like JRPGs. But technically this... Like, just looking at the characters, like, from where the camera is, our main character's face is blurry. So, the game's very janky. Yeah. If you're not already a fan of JRPGs, you might want to try something better first. But if you are a JRPG fanatic, yeah, this definitely isn't going to be a waste of money on the Humble Choice. I'm not sure how much I'd be willing to pay for it normally, but this certainly isn't something I'd pay AAA money on. Maybe $20. So yeah, either if you're getting it as the Humble Choice or maybe on a special for $20 or less, it's probably worth it. I haven't gone far into the plot, but the art tells us that there is another character who's going to show up, so who knows. I mean, I'm probably going to come back and find out, so I'm going to consider that a plus for the Humble Choice, which is good, because the previous two games, Biomutant and Demon Turf, were both rubbish. Yeah, I'll probably come back and play this again, so this is a thumbs up compared to the previous 2 thumbs downs. So we'll be back again at on another day to check out the next game for the month, and hopefully we do all right. Hopefully we get at least out of the 8 games that are okay, but yeah, we're so far 2-1 bad games at the moment, so things aren't looking good, but hopefully things turn around in the later games. Thank you very much for sticking around if you made it this far. If you have, please consider giving a like or a subscribe, and we will see you all next time. Shalom, everybody. Hello, Future Basic back with a bit more information after I've gone ahead and played some more on my own time. So, I went back and restarted, and yeah, the game's absolutely a lot better with the controller than it is with a mouse. You do get some camera control a bit later in the tutorial, which greatly improves things there, but unfortunately the jank remains, potentially even gets worse. The plot is just ridiculous at some points from the extra time I've had to look into it. And for some reason they made this really weird decision once you get into the game proper to go with an RPG Maker-like style pop-up text box for all the conversations that just looks cheap and ridiculous. Once you get access to it in the game, the inventory/menu system's just ridiculous. It's really jank. I think the developers bit off more than they could chew with this game. They had some really high expectations, but they've fallen really short, and I don't think it's anywhere near as good as even the developers would hope it would be. So I'm going to have to revise my recommendations from earlier. Firstly, if you're not into JRPGs, stay away from this entirely. If you are into JRPGs, you want a heavy discount on this, like maybe $5 or regional equivalent. So I think I might have to revise my opinion of this as an element of the choice bundle. I said earlier that we were 2 for 1 good to 2 for 1 bad to good. I think we're gonna have to revise that to like 3-0. This is some serious jank as it goes on. I'd highly recommend taking a look at any Steam reviews if you have been considering this game, because a lot of people have got the game through the Humble Choice and it's not receiving a good reception. It's extremely mixed. A lot of people are picking up on the jank, and there are people who played way more time than I have who are not impressed. So, caveat emptor. Thank you for sticking around for this extra segment, and ta-ra.